Okay, so models of inventory, we have discussed about the theory aspect. In the videos, I have uploaded the theoretical aspects. There were 4 models. I told you what we have studied. The earlier part is a descriptive model. Actually, there are 2 types of model. One is the descriptive model. Another one is the probabilistic model, right? So in descriptive model, we have come across 4 models. One is the purchase model. So the purchase model with and without shortage, and manufacturing model with and without shortage. In very simple terms, when we discuss about the purchase model, it is EOQ, right? Economic order quantity. And when it comes to a manufacturing, it is called EBQ, which is economic batch quantity, right? Manufacturing, so we go by batches, and purchase, we go by order. So there are two mainly purchase model without shortage, purchase model with shortage. So in otherwise we can call that EOQ with shortage, EOQ without shortage. Similarly, manufacturing model, we can say with shortage and without shortage, which is EBQ, with shortage and without shortage. So purchase model, I told you already. If having you gone through the video, you can recollect. I think anybody audio is open, kindly mute it, so we will not have any disturbance when I am speaking. So this purchase model, that is particularly without shortages, that is instantaneous replenishment, where you will not have a shortage. So this type of model where people order equal size, right, at a periodic interval. So the items against an order are always replenished instantaneously, and the items are consumed at a constant rate. So here what majorly we have to see: number one, the order, right? We call that the D. D is the annual demand, or the orders which you take for the entire year. Another one is the carrying cost. CO is the carrying cost. And sorry, CO is the ordering cost, which is CC here. I made a mistake. So CC is the carrying cost. CO is the ordering cost. I think that correction we have to make. And P is the purchase price per unit, and Q is the order size, right? So here it is not, CO is the ordering cost. I made a mistake here. So this is CC. CC is the carrying cost. CO is the ordering cost. So here, what are the formulas that we do under purchase model without shortage? That is EOQ without shortage. The number one, you need to understand how many orders per year. So you must understand, first you need to find out the EOQ. EOQ is in very simple terms, we call it that Q. Okay, we call that as Q, right? So demand by Q, and average inventory is EOQ divided by 2. The cost of ordering is D by Q into C naught. The cost of carrying is Q by 2 into CC, right? And purchase cost is the demand and the purchase price, right? So that is D into P. So you can find out the total inventory cost here. So you can take, so this is one component, this is another component, and this is another component. So this is the ordering cost plus the carrying cost plus the purchase cost. So this is what the 3 component here. So cost of ordering, cost of carrying, and the purchase cost. So put together D by Q into CO, Q by 2 into CC, plus D by D into P. So this 3 component together, we call the total inventory cost. So carrying cost plus ordering cost plus purchase cost. So you add all these 3, you will get the total inventory cost. So we go to exercise. So here there is one example I have given where it is a very simple EOQ. Shortage of, without shortage, any purchase model without shortage is a very normal economic order quantity sum, right? So it is very simple sum, like you must have done your economic order quantity problems earlier in your operations management. You must have done this in financial management, right? So this is a usual problem which normally people do. Even you would have studied this in your operations, what is that, operations research. So there also you must have come across, right? So this is one particular problem where students won't study for the material management exclusively. These are studied earlier. So this is kind of a refreshing session for you as far as EOQ calculation alone considered. So Alpha Industry, they estimated that there would be 12,000 units product requirement for the forthcoming year. So the ordering cost is 100 per order, and the carrying cost per unit for the entire year is 20% on the purchase price, right? And the purchase price per unit is rupees 50. So here what they are asking you to find out the economic order quantity, the number of orders per year, and the time between successive order, how much time that you need to take between each order. So we just have to write down. So annual demand is 12,000 units per year. So this is the ordering cost. So rupees 100 per order. How many orders you might give, but every order the cost is 100, and carrying cost is 20% on the purchase cost. So 50 into 0.20, which is 10. So EOQ, very simple. So we normally call it 2AB by C, or you can just put 2 into ordering cost into demand divided by the carrying cost. So 2 into 100 into 12,000 by 100. So root of 2,40,000. Approximately, if you find out the root value, it would be somewhere around 490. It comes 491 approximately. So you just convert that into 490, approximately 490 units if you go for a EOQ model. The next component, what they ask you is how many number of orders you take. So the actual demand is 12,000, right? 12,000 units you require. So for that annual demand, you know that per order, right? You read that per order is 490. EOQ is the order quantity per order. So we require 490. So if you just divide how many number of orders, approximately 24 to 25 orders you would give. So 25 orders you might need to place around the year. So approximately 25 means if you say two orders in a month, or 2 or 3 in any one of the months among 12 months, any one month would be 3 orders, right? So how do we calculate that? We have to take the total annual requirement divided by the EOQ. So next one, they are asking you what is the time between the successive orders. So here, this is the order, right? So successive orders 490 divided by 12,000. So you get approximately 0.4 year time successive between the years. So we would say 0.48. So if you calculate 0.48, it is actually less than a month, right? So I said successive orders. So in a month, you require 2 orders. In very simple terms, this is what it means, right? So 2 orders in a month. So 0.48 month. So which is off of a month, 2 orders you need to place. So since it is 0.48, some months it will be 3 times also in a month it would happen, right? So that is the time successive, the time between the successive orders. Maybe you can say number of days, you can convert that into number of days, or it is approximately 0.48 month, which is 15 days or 16 days approximately, right? So this is about the purchase model. I told you this is a very simple EOQ model. Purchase model without shortage is your EOQ. Without shortage, it's a very normal EOQ that you have been doing all these semesters. Okay, so this one, what do you need to know? You need to know the calculation of EOQ, right? You whatever the formula you know, because only 3 components you require. One is the carrying cost, ordering cost, and the annual requirement. These 3 items you just have to put it, right? Normally people add purchase cost per unit, but here in this we are not taking the purchased. We are directly just taking, because here we are taking this one only, right? Purchase we are not taking, the cost per unit we are not taking, we just directly going with EOQ since it is only the purchase, right? So number of orders per year we have taken, so T by Q, and time successive years. Another one, I'm not going to a EBQ without shortage, but I just want to have purchase model with, purchase model without. So now we have seen purchase model without shortage, which is a very normal EOQ model. Here we are going to study EOQ with shortage, right? So when we say which shortage, so there is one item you need to understand, that is a shortage cost. So what would be the cost if there is a shortage per unit? So here I would have given you various items like Q1, Q2. So everything has got their significant meaning, which you must understand when we are studying this. So what you just, if you recollect, right, what you have seen in purchase model with shortages. So this model, the item, right, on order, they are received instantaneously and they are consumed at a constant rate. So purchase model means here you keep ordering it and you are consuming it. So this purchase model unit, they remain same irrespective of the order size. The purchase price per unit remains the same for the entire year, and normally there is no stock at the time of receiving a request for an item. So why we say the shortage cost? Normally without shortages means there are some item available in the inventory. So though you place an order, till that material is arrived into your plant, but still you have some material available to support. But when we are discussing about with shortage, we don't have any stock, right? We will not have any stock. So it means that there would be that you need to wait for item to be received. So this operation normally normally where you don't keep stock and you place an order for the material with shortages, we call it as the back ordering. Okay, so here there are two things you must understand. One is you are going to identify the economic order quantity, and another one, when there is a shortage, you need to identify the maximum inventory and the maximum shortage. So whenever we calculate Q1, we call this as the maximum inventory, and whenever we mention the shortage, maximum shortage quantity, we call that as the Q2. So Q is the EOQ that you are going to find out which shortage, and Q1 is the maximum inventory level and Q2 is the maximum shortage level. So you just find out how do we calculate EOQ. So EOQ without shortage, we said that it is root of 2 into C naught D divided by CC, right? But here there is one more item. Since there is a shortage, right, we need to also include 2 into C naught into D by CC. It is one part which is already we have done. The second part should have CS plus CC, that is the shortage, cost of shortage plus cost of carrying divided by cost of shortage. So we have to add this particular component for the calculation of EOQ when you are calculating with shortage. Okay, so this is EOQ. So when you arrive at this, when you simplify this, all the items that is given to you, when you simplify into the formula, then it becomes easy for you to calculate the EOQ with the shortage. Okay, now when I calculate, I arrive at Q. Q is the EOQ, that is economic order quantity with the shortage you arrive. Then I need to find out what is the maximum inventory. So for me, I use a maximum inventory here, Q1. So here, the first part, EOQ I am taking. Here, the inverted part of CS divided by CS plus CC. So when I take the shortage, right, when I invert it, what I am doing it here, if I just invert it, I get Q1. So you simplify this formula, you get Q1. And shortage, what is the maximum shortage quantity? What is the economic order quantity? And what is the maximum inventory? From the economic minus the maximum inventory, you will get your maximum shortage quantity. Next, we need to find out the cycle time. The cycle time is Q by D. So you know the order, Q is the economic order. So for the demand, so what is the cycle time? How many days you require for the next order? And second one, inventory period, Q1 divided by D, right? Q1 is your inventory. That is your maximum inventory. So if you, what is your maximum inventory and what is the total requirement? So you will find your inventory period. And shortage period, Q2 is your maximum shortage inventory. So Q2 divided by D, you will require it. So this sum, you can have a look at it. So the annual demand for an automobile component is 24,000 units. So the carrying cost is 0.40 per unit per year. Ordering cost is 20 rupees per order and shortage cost is 10 rupees per unit per year. So what you have to find out, you have to find out the economic order quantity, maximum inventory, and maximum shortage quantity, and cycle time, inventory period, and shortage period, right? So this is what you need to find out. So here I have taken from the sum. So this is the annual requirement. D is the annual demand. So annual demand is 24,000 per unit per year. And you have a carrying cost, which is 0.40 per unit per year, and which is ordering cost 20 rupees per order. And you have a shortage cost 10 rupees per unit per year. Now EOQ, I told you, right? It is 2 into C naught into D divided by CS. Sorry, CC. Okay, so 2 into 20 into annual demand is 24,000. So 0.40 is your CC into second part CS plus CC divided by C, which is CS again, right? So this part, so when you simplify, when you use the calculator, you will arrive at the unit 1,580, right? Next, I'm going to find out Q1. So Q1 is 2 into 20. So this is the same part, 2 into C naught into annual demand divided by CC, and here inverted. So CS goes up, CS divided by CS plus CC. So you get 1,520. So Q2 is very easy. Q1 minus Q1, Q minus Q1, you will get 60 units. Now, what are the other things that you need to understand here? So I have found out the economic order quantity, maximum inventory of Q1. So this is Q1, maximum inventory. I have found out the EOQ, which is Q, and Q1 is the maximum inventory. This is the maximum inventory that I can hold, and this is the maximum shortage. So for me in this model, for this calculation, my maximum shortage is 60 units, right? So 60 units, there is always a shortage. So I have to place accordingly. Now my cycle time. So what is my cycle time, right? So I am placing an order. This is my EOQ. So for every, for how many days I have to place an order. So 365, when I'm calculating the number of days, if you just put 12, you will get the number of months, right? So Q by T is my EOQ, 1,580 divided by my annual requirement, 24,000 into 365. So every 24 days, right? Every 24 days, I have to place an order. So that is my cycle time, every 24 days. So if you just say every 24 days, so how many months it would take? If we say 24 days, how many orders? How many orders in a year? Hello? How many orders you would be taking?
288.
288. No, number of orders. How do you find out number of orders? When EOQ is 1,580. How do you calculate the number of orders? Yes. See, it is 24 days, right? 24 days is, it's actually less than a month. It is not 30 days. If it is 30 days, approximately you will have 12 months, right? Every month you are placing an order. When it is 24 days, so there is a shortage of 6 days every month, right? So 12 into 6. So approximately it is 72 days. So if you just think it is a place, you are placing approximately 15 orders. So you need to place 15 orders. Very simple. How many orders you do? You have to just divide total requirement divided by EOQ. That's all, finished. So here they are just calculating the cycle days. Okay. So 1,580 divided by 24,000 into 365. So 24 days. When you are talking about the number of orders, if you take, it becomes 24,000 divided by 1,580, which is 15 orders. So here T1, so T1 is the inventory period, right? How much is the inventory period? So inventory period, if you say Q1 is the maximum inventory, right? Your maximum inventory is 1520. So for the requirement, if you calculate 23 days is your maximum inventory period. In the sense, for 24 days, if 24 days is your cycle, 23 days, the maximum inventory you can maintain. So if you say calculate shortage period, T2 is the shortage period, which is T minus T1, right? So the shortage period, if you calculate 24 minus 23, which is 1 day, right? So that is the shortage period. So you have a 1 day shortage. So 1 day shortage is 60 units, right? They have 60 unit shortage. So accordingly, you have to place an order and do it. So this is EBQ model with shortage and without shortage. Okay, any doubt? You have any
No,
doubt
ma'am.
in this?
No, ma'am.
Okay.